What's up, CDP? Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I hope everybody is doing well. Come on in. Hey, Rainy Bow, how you doing? Good to see you. Shout out to Rainy Bow. Rainy Bow, I hope everything is going well. I hope you're safe. All of this stuff going on. Mm. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. What's up, pretty mama, to you? I hope you're doing well. So, you all, I'm going to talk about my title, but hey, Darcy, I want you all to please keep these servicemen and women in your thoughts and prayers. Um, hey, Bama girl, what's going on? I'm looking at what's happening. So you all know that Netanyahu is not popular in Israel. That hostage situation really didn't help him. And he was really going through a tough time before the hostage situation. But because of the hostage situation, it hasn't helped him any. Of course, you all know Donald Trump is very low in the polls. He's battling this Epstein situation. All of this stuff is going on. So now, Marco Rubio, Donald Trump, and the administration is giving like these crazy reasons for this war. And none of them are making sense. The United States is saying that, well, we knew Israel was going to attack Iran, and therefore we wanted to help so they wouldn't hit us. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. And if you all think that you're going to go into Iran and it's going to take weeks to stabilize things, you're wrong. You killed top officials. You killed the supreme leader. And you don't think these people are going to fight back? And now Iran is hitting all of the Middle East, UAE. I told you I wouldn't want to be in the UAE right now. I wouldn't want to be in none of those places. And this is what gets me. This is how short-sighted this present administration is. Now, you all are evacuating U.S. citizens. How are they going to get out? The airports, all of this stuff is tight. But y'all didn't even think about that. Oh, pretty mama, let me tell you something, y'all. So anyway, I'm just really disappointed. But now the whole region is at war because the Iranians are making it very hard for the other UAE or the Arabic nations, and they're hitting things that's important to them. So Iran said, we ain't going down with a fight. Y'all gonna think twice before you hit us again. And so that is what's going on. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. And this is our administrators. This is a mess. So anyway, y'all, let me say something. So yesterday, Ghetto Intellect, was it Ghetto Intellect? No, it wasn't Ghetto Intellect. It was the mayor of Detroit, and it was Stephen. And we were talking about the chemicals in the weaves and the bundles and in the hair. And I was telling them, that I'm concerned because only 2 products were of good quality. One was natural hair and one was synthetic. The synthetic one had chemicals in it, but not to the point that it was harmful. But the other hair products had lead, arsenic, and all types of harmful chemicals. And I'm thinking that women sew this in or braid their hair with it and everything. So somebody started talking about man units. And of course, I thought that was funny because I have a friend who does them, and I was a lab rat, so to speak. And so I showed the mayor of Detroit and Stefan my unit that she did for me. And that was the first one. Ernest was second rather. Ernesto was first. Ernesto was first. Ernest was second. So in that picture, I think I was about 52 maybe in that picture. Yeah, I was in my 50s. This before I think this is when I first came on YouTube, I think. But anyway, at any rate, Ernesto was the first. Ernest was the second. But I chuckle about that because that would never be a daily routine for me. First of all, it takes a lot to keep that up. So people keeping that man unit up, that's a lot of money. I'm telling you. So I did it for her, and I knew that once it was over, it was over. I'm quite satisfied with my bald head, but I just thought it was funny with Ernest, and then people didn't know about Ernest stuff. Yeah, that's high maintenance. Those man units are high maintenance. They are very much high maintenance. But this is the thing. So the glue could be problematic as well, I guess, because it's chemicals in glue as well. But that hair is interesting. So again, so that's how we got onto it. We were talking about hair. They last for about 2 to 3 months. Yeah, 2 to 3 months. And then, but there's a lot of maintenance. It's very high maintenance for those units. And those units got to be washed. They got to be, they got to be maintained. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? And they got to be maintained. You got to make that appointment. If you don't make that appointment, your hairline could be over here. I mean, you got to keep the appointment. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep those appointments. But it was fun, though. It was fun. It was something different. It was what it was. So, yeah. So you all, so that's why that picture came up. I was just showing you all the hair. So that's why the picture came up. No other reason. And of course, the girls are going to be talking. I mean, it feeds the sector. And it gets me to my title. Who cares? People are concerned about their reputation on the YouTube speech sector. And baby, you're here to do a show. You're here to do a show. Do your show and move on. Until you all get to the mindset that this is a show and this is not your real life. And if it's your real life, then you need to stop that and do something different. You will always be beholden to worried about what these people think. Who cares? So people say XYZ. And I'm going to tell you, this is why I tell people, don't send me stuff about what other people have said. Who cares? That is their opinion. They have a right to their opinion. Just because that is their opinion doesn't mean that that's fact. And you all act like y'all know these people. Y'all act like y'all done raised children together, that y'all got a mortgage together. Who cares? Who cares? I don't. Oh, Jay Wilson, they talking about that train ride. So, who cares? I'm going on it because I want to go on it. And I'm looking forward to hanging out in the DFW. And I don't care what nobody. Who cares? Y'all care too much over stuff you shouldn't even be caring about. You don't know these people. And I think you all should watch Tyra Banks. I think you all should watch Michael Jackson. Now, I was watching that piece on Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones. And baby, Michael Jackson was diabolical. He was edging people out. He was getting away from his brothers. He knew he was going to get away from his daddy. Quincy got him to this point. He was getting rid of Quincy. I mean, Michael Jackson was diabolical. But I'm just saying this because AdSense is making money. And you all are giving AdSense or Google or YouTube too much of your personal life, too much of a whole lot of stuff, and they're making money off of you. In the end of the day, like when Tyra used to say, you know what? You are not in the running for America's Next Top Model, and the girls will go pack their bags, couldn't leave because they had to be quiet, and that was it. No more money, no more not, and that's exactly what YouTube is doing. Because once they flag your page, or once you get kicked out, it's over. And what do you have to show for all of it? This is why it doesn't bother me when people say XYZ. Oh, you should be married by now. Okay, great. Who cares? Come on and do your friggin' show. Stop fighting with these people. Yeah, a lot of people leave it. Yeah, a lot of people leave it. Because, first of all, a lot of people invited folk in who didn't see it for a lot of people. So Mr. West came on my platform, and he thinks he's low-key shading people. And this is why he can't come on my platform. But I can't understand, if you don't like gay people, why you always in gay spaces. And again, I said, hey, I tried to give you a chance. You don't know how to take it. You don't get access to me. And so every time he comes up, if the ushers see him, block him. Because this is a show. And when you get to the point where your obsession with same gender loving men overtakes you and you got to always be in their face, something is wrong. And a lot of these people really are living their real life on YouTube. Hold on, y'all. Oh, the sun. Well, I guess a lot of people are leaving. And it's going to be really interesting. I mean, I'm not fully here because if something happens, I may be out. And I'm not, and y'all, let me say this. Let me say this before I even go any further. I have gone through ups and downs with the beef sector, but I'm a survivor. Everything happens for a reason. It is what it is, right? Um, there are beautiful people in this sector. Everybody in this sector is not bad. This sector has taught me a lot of things. Some things that I see in this sector has helped me out in the real world because it ain't no friends on YouTube. And baby, it ain't no friends in a lot of spaces. On your job, stop telling your business on your job. Everybody ain't your friend. I'm just saying. But it has taught me a lot. And I don't sit here and malign and talk about people demonic and everything. It seems like when we are leaving, we want to rate the negative. Are there some negative things about YouTube? Yes. But that's about any sector. But I've had more positives than negatives. Trust me. But, you know, when you get greater responsibility, when you are making more money, you don't have time to be doing a lot of things. And unfortunately, there are a lot of envious, vindictive, hurt people on YouTube. And they will do anything to ruin your life because they have issues. When I saw people trying to call MU school, I'm like, what is wrong with us? This young lady is trying to invest in herself. She's trying to better herself. And y'all sitting there calling the lady school. When people are trying to call the mayor's job, I'm like, are you serious? And I'm like, something is seriously wrong with people. Something is seriously wrong. And again, when you keep it on YouTube, you keep it on YouTube. This is why I don't get mad at people. You say whatever you want about me, just keep it on YouTube. But I understand why a lot of content creators are leaving. And like I said, I'm in that iffy situation right now because if this thing happens this week, I'll be in the seat of King Roman and some other people saying goodbye. I might come back for the train ride and stuff, but yeah, because people who really do have a life outside of this apparatus, yeah, because this ain't my bread and butter. What's up, Binarity? This ain't my bread and butter at all. It's some good money, but not enough for me to stay here and have to go through all of this foolishness. It's crazy. It's crazy. So my thing is, because people are not going to take the risk, folk gonna leave. I guarantee you, King Roman probably would have still been on with if things would be on YouTube and folk weren't so vindictive, he would probably still be on. Because it's a good release as well. It's fun. You get paid, but nobody's willing to take that risk. And people who have nothing to lose will cause you to lose everything. And some people have a lot to lose. And that's the truth. Well, I don't know if that person is hurting or not. because I don't watch her. And a lot of people have done things to themselves. And when you dig a ditch for somebody, you got to stay in the hole until it's done. And in order to hold somebody down in the ditch, you got to stay down there with them. And people don't understand that. People look at popularity and don't look at longevity. I have never missed a paycheck since I've been on YouTube. Never. Never. But, you know, and like I said, I don't have 400 people. I think I might have 200 people, maybe 100 and some odd people. And I'm good with that. Nothing lasts forever. But do you still have an audience? And when you turn this apparatus off, will people still hit your platform to look at the replays? See, that's the key. That's the key. You know, I just think it's funny because folk want to read. No, you can't read me for that. It's good. Let me say this to you all. Who cares? People leave for their own reasons. People leave because of personal reasons. People leave because of mental health reasons. People leave because they got promotions and they're doing things in life. Now, a lot of you all don't like King Roman. Yeah, King Roman has done some real effed up stuff off of YouTube, you know, as far as doxing. But at the end of the day, he's got a life outside of YouTube. And he just felt that it was time for him to leave. And I'm not mad at it. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Now, the sector will still go on because somebody's willing to take the place. And this is the thing that's different. The beef sector is different because the beef sector was founded by people who had to survive in harsh environments. See, when you don't have to survive in harsh, see, like I said, lesbians, gay men, black women, we learn how to adapt. We learn how to adjust. We learn how to do X, Y, Z. And this is why the beef sector will be here. While all these other sectors go, beef sector, don't change no name. Changing no name ain't gonna help the situation. Changing names ain't gonna stop nothing. It's still the beef sector. Now it's fighting with Uppity is fighting with this heat and everybody else. Beef. It will always be beef. Don't change the name. Now, let me say this to you all. Let's see how things play out. But I'm going to say until people stop all of this doxing, until people leave folk alone and keep shit on YouTube, a lot of heavy hitters are going to be leaving. Notice that Trace Your Lane don't come on that much anymore. People are getting ready to go to greener pastures. Let me say this. Had the beef sector been contained and just on YouTube, we still would have been thriving. People like the mess. People love the mess. But because people who are tenderhearted, uber sensitive, have mental conditions, can't deal with a roast and gag, can't deal with people laughing at them, they feel like they got to hurt people in real life because they're hurt. So therefore, they do stuff like call folk jobs and do all of this foolery. And again, nobody's going to be dealing with that kind of mess And so all that's doing is hurting the sector. So anyway, um, yeah. And let me say this, you all. I'm not really interested in talking about that person. I rarely talk about that person anymore. So don't play them games. No, I wasn't. A lot of people knew that, not me. Stop playing them games. Well, people should take folk to court when they broken the law. If you don't break the law, you wouldn't go to court. Why do you think that? Do you think that it's okay for somebody to put somebody nudes out? You should go to court for that. Do you think it's okay to be, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things that I didn't think was okay. And we relished in it. Ooh, we relished in it. Oh no. People done gone to jail. People fighting. I couldn't believe that we were sitting there watching two women fight, even though they weren't in our sector, but they were sitting there fighting, and everybody was like, and I'm like, are you serious? Again, when you keep stuff on YouTube, when it's light, it's a roasting gag, a kiki, that's funny. But when you start making serious allegations about people, All right, you all, I'm back. I hate these construction areas. I hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them. But I am back, you all. I am back. Um. So anyway, you all, who cares? Who cares? Let people say what they want. Who cares? You don't have to sit there and justify stuff. That's what I used to tell. That's what I tell Catherine because I like Catherine, but Catherine always want to explain something, and I'm like, you don't need to explain yourself. You really don't. You're doing a show. I'm doing a show. This is a character. You either like the character or you don't like the character, depending on what day it is, and you move on. When the show is over, the curtains close. Take your bow. Go to your dressing room. Take off your costume. Go to your restaurant and go home. And go home. If you have that mindset, you don't care what these people say. Long as you know, and long as you know what you're doing, that shouldn't matter. Here's what these people say. Oh, that crease face pastor. So, and I love my crease face, everything about it. And I'm gonna tell you what, I would rather have my crease face than what a lot of y'all going through right now. Because crease face or not, I got all my teeth. My crease skin is cancer free. Hello. No, hallelujah, no prostate cancer, thank you, Jesus. No colon or colorectal cancer. I have all of my teeth original. No bad fit of teeth, original. Amen. No high blood pressure. Now, I could have had that, but I lost that damn weight. By hook or crook, we did what we had to do. And I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
back. It's really bad today. I don't know what's going on. It's really bad. It's really bad. No, 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 no. Nobody abducted me. It's just bad. The weather is cloudy, and I'm in this rural type part of San Antonio. So yeah, it gets to be a little spotty. But you all, let me say this: enjoy your life. Content creators, this is a show. Treat it as such. Treat it as such. Stop getting mad at people who really don't matter. Lady Nika, Lady Nika, you know Uppity can't do nothing. You know Uppity can't do nothing. None of these people can. If you want to ask for money and if people want to give it to you, then that's their decision. You know people gonna talk about it. Now, when I talk about it, it's for content, not because I care, because I don't. People up there getting mad because I got a printer, but the printer was in the house. You can't do nothing about it. People was mad because the paper shredder, baby. I shredded some paper yesterday. It's nothing you can do about it. People mad because of this. You're gonna stay mad. You know, folk talking about this train ride. Okay, I'm going. It's on. It's paid for. And whether you like it or not, we doing it. And low T, people are really interested in going. A lot of people just don't want to be in the limelight. And that's why I'm even thinking, do we even tape it? Do we even record it? Because I don't even know if I'm going to record anything. And if we do, it'll be after the fact. The hotel, I don't even know if I'm going to record. It may be after the fact. Because I'm not obligated to share anything. You know what I'm saying? And I know that some people are nothing but commentators, and that's cool. You can commentate, you can do your commentary, but again, content creators, you share what you want to share. Don't care about what people think. Ooh, Jay Wilson, you getting too skinny, but yet you big and got high blood pressure and stage type 2 diabetes. You better like you. You better like you. Do what's right for you. Stop worried about these people and what's going on. If you see what these people are going through, you'll be very grateful for your life. Everything may not be perfect in your life, but baby, I'm going to hold my problems because people got bigger problems. People got bigger problems. Let me say this too about that situation. I don't care about people being mad. That's an emotion, and you can be mad. You can be mad. But let me say this. That would have never came up, but people like attention. If you didn't like attention, you wouldn't even respond. That's the bottom line. You wouldn't even respond. But for the mere fact that you respond and all that, yeah, yeah. Now, I wasn't on that trip. I went on that trip with them, but obviously somebody told Vivian and Melissa that somebody was struggling a little bit with their finances. Now, I don't know who, but that's what the folks said. And guess what? It comes with the territory. Baby, my house been in foreclosures ever since I've been in it, according to the girls. But do you hear me sitting up there trying to fight it? I ain't showing not a deed one. I ain't showing shit. Because I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Now, whether she had her money on the trip or not, it don't matter to me because I'm not her man. I'm not giving the money. Who cares? And if you knew that, then go on with it. Nobody don't care about that. I don't. Let me say this, y'all. I'm going to be quite frank. When I come on here, I see what's going on. For the people who I do watch, I will talk about it. I'll look at current events. Right now, I'm really concerned about the state of our nation. A lot of my friends were calling me, asking me, was I okay? Because they know Austin is close to San Antonio. I'm fine. And those are some things that I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about things that personally affect me, like going to vote. Today is primary. Go vote. Go vote. If you haven't voted, go vote. Those things are important to me. Go vote. But how you feel about me, what you think about me, that's your issue. That's not my issue. Don't give me your issue because I don't have an issue with me. That's it. And I come on to entertain. I will raise a voice. I will do all of that. Well, he overtalked people. You damn right. I'm an Aries through and through. But you come here and watch me overtalk. I'm good. I'm good. And people can say exactly what they want because this is YouTube. People have their opinions. The problem is if you cross that line, and like I told somebody, you can say whatever you want. Baby, I travel San Antonio like the mayor done gave me the key to the city because not a bitch will walk up. Not in real life. Because when you got something to lose, you don't do stuff like that. You know what, yo, y'all? Look, I don't know what that lady wanted to do. I really don't care. Lemon, all of that stuff, don't really care. I feel badly for Lemon because if that is his only mode of employment, people have really decimated that. And they're coming for his channel at every turn. But I'm gonna tell you this: what you do to Lemon, it'll come back to you. You may think it's cute now, but it'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back. And if y'all tired of Lady Nika begging, then stop giving the money. And I'm not telling y'all to stop giving Lady Nika money. But Lady Nika come on, entertain, does her thing, and if she want it, she want it. It is what it is. We so tired of this begging. Well, y'all go over there and watch it. Y'all ain't tired of it. My thing is this: you can silently protest and keep your money in your pocket. Amen. Keep your money in your pocket. If you tired of it, keep the money in your pocket. Keep your money in the pocket. I silently protest people. It's just that simple. Shout out to Z Miss O. I've been I catch Z Miss O every once in a while. Her and Ro, good combination there. Yeah, yeah. So I shout out to them. Um, I was over at Buy Nerdies and he was talking some stuff. Um, again, the Lady Nika and the uppity thing is interesting. So Binarity took the take that um, Lady Nika was more upset at Roman than uppity, but she took her frustrations out on uppity. That could be the case too. That could be the case as well. Um, I just think Uppity is a interesting character. I don't have a problem with Uppity per se, but viewing Uppity in that old building really just rubbed me the wrong way because it was like she was problematic. And her mindset is everybody's coming against me, but she doesn't see what she does to people and how she put her camera on that security guard. And the sad part about it is everybody had an issue with Uppity. When she tried to make that man look bad for going in the garbage to get a scooter that she's no longer using and tried to degrade that man, that bothered me. You know, and I'm like, why? Something is not mentally there. Um, Everybody is different, and y'all, I ain't trying to be funny, but I lived in an apartment, and all I will say is I have never moved into a domicile without a bed, without furniture. And to hear that woman say that she just got her bed and she's been in that apartment for a considerable amount of time floored me. I know everybody is different. Now, I can understand that some people do move in places like that, but for Uppity to always be sounding off about what people have and what she have and this $1,000 she gets and all of that stuff, it just took me by surprise. Cause I'm like, baby, where you been sleeping? I'm like, where have you been sleeping all of this time? And I mean, you just get in the bed, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. This is why, again, I tell people, who cares? When you don't care, why should I care? It's a show, and if you want to expose yourself in that light, go ahead and do it. Who cares? And let me say this, Uppity. I'm gonna say this, and I am not pro Bree, but you and Bree don't compare. You and Bree do not compare. You can say whatever you want about Bree. You just as big as Bree, and I can see Bree losing the weight, but look like the way she losing, you taking on. Because baby, I saw you on that camera, and I thought I was watching National Geographic. Girl, when the walruses be coming up and they be shuffling, how they be shuffling in like that, and they be on their flippers and shit. And I'm like, how she calling somebody big bag? And she look like she coming up on the beach for mating season. How you fat and gonna call somebody fat? That's what I don't get. Bree don't have no children. Yes, she adopted a few for a little bit, but they ain't with her now. See, Bree smart enough to say, yeah, I'll do this, but no, I ain't having none from you. Bree is finishing school with a legit cap and gown from a legit school, not Hall Patch University. Bree has a vehicle. Bree has a bed. Bree has furniture. Bree ain't living off of public assistance and men off of men's generosity and their benevolence. If anything, Bree be giving money out. Hello, somebody. I ain't never seen Bree toe up drunk. Now, have I saw her say, I gotta go because she ate some bad shrimp? Okay, yeah. But at least she got off a camera and we didn't see it. I'm going to leave that alone because you have a little room to talk about folks and talk about her, talking about some big bag, but yet, girl, y'all be playing. I ain't never hear Bree slap one of them children. I ain't never seen Bree house in a disarray with dirt all over it. I ain't never seen grease on Bree wall. And let me tell you something, people. Bree used to come on camera. Baby, I would eat from Bree house because, baby, them pound cakes used to be looking good. Okay? I remember a time Bree wasn't even standing up a whole lot. She would cook them pound cakes. She'd be in that chair cooking them pound cakes, baby. Baby, them pound cakes be looking good. You know how they break and you see the light part? Baby, Bree knew how to cook them pound cakes. And her kitchen went dirty. Baby, she used to have that church seat, didn't she? But anyway, so again, it is what it is. Y'all, it is a mess. But like I said, y'all, I look at these people and and then, Lady Nika, and see, Lady Nika, what bothers me is you care, and you should. And it seems like every person Lady Nika done help, they done shitted on her. She done helped Brian numerous times. And now Brian talking about she's stealing out of Walmart trying to return stuff that she stole. That's what I saw in the chat. That's what I saw in the chat. And I'm like, ooh, this is dirty. And it seems like everybody who helped Brian, they regret it because, again, he's transactional. He's very transactional, very emotional, sensitive. And then people try to be throwing low T shade and you catch it, and then when you throw it back to them and put it back in their face, then they get mad. Now, y'all, I heard Trish done fell out with Lemon. They said that Trish made Lemon post them. I guess Lemon was about 20, 21, 23. And they said he had pink lips and he was okay with it because he thought it was sissy. But the girls started ripping that shit up, and then Lemon got mad at Trish, and Trish like, I can't work like this. Ain't that something? I'm telling you. These people feel entitled on YouTube because they ain't doing nothing nowhere else. Oh, Jesus, he got the whole... All right, they going to a construction site. Let me tell y'all something. These Mexicans be working. You hear me? Baby, these Mexicans be working. Nobody better not say these Mexicans don't work. These Mexicans house in 3 months. Baby, they will do your concrete on your driveway. Maybe they will paint your house. They put on that pop pop ba 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 music, that kind of music right there. Okay, and the next day you know your house fixed. Okay, the Mexican, but leave these Mexican people alone. Okay, Trump, stop deporting these people. Okay, you messing up everybody. Okay, people used to go to Lowe's and Home Depot, and good people paint their house and stuff. Okay, all you had to do was go to Lowe's and Home Depot and say, "Hey, who want to make $100? Okay, hey, I need y'all to paint my house." And okay, buy them a little beer, and baby, it's all done. Stop messing with that. Stop messing with that. Boom pa pa boom pa pa ba 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 boom pa 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 boom pa pa boom pa pa. Baby, it sounds like circus music, but baby, if it get them going, okay, and they don't even go out to eat. Black people be all at Wendy's and Popeyes getting their lunch. Maybe the Mexican people have their lunch right there. Right there. They'll put it up on the roof and still be hitting the nails to fix your shingles and still eating their sandwich. Okay? Leave my Mexican people alone. They do good work. They do good work. Leave them alone. They are hardworking people. See, the man tried to make us think that these people were lazy. How do you say that, Jay Wilson? Looney Tunes, Speedy Gonzalez. They couldn't even be people. They had to be mice. Okay, Speedy. Everybody was on siesta. Baby, that may be Spain, but that ain't Mexico. Okay. Them people be working. Baby, they finish your stuff real quick in 4 hours. They don't be playing. They don't be playing. Ain't no bigger than 5'6", standing this tall. Okay, but baby, they be doing them work. They be doing them. And let me tell you something. A lot of them do the Molly Maids. Baby, they have your place clean. And I'm gonna say this too. They not only do those jobs, but if you come to San Antonio, you will see professional Mexican people of Mexican heritage. I have worked with a few. And just like black people, there are some professional Spanish people. Everybody ain't working at a factory. Everybody is not doing roof work. But the beautiful thing is a lot of their parents did, and they sent their kids to college. And this is why I can connect with a lot of my Latino brothers and sisters, even though some of them get disillusioned by, because they think they arrived, but now they getting slapped back and they really find out what Trump is about and what these people are really about. Now they finding out that you get deported real quick. So we have a deeper, profound meaning now. We have a deeper relationship now. Because now they understand that, baby, you ain't no better than any other brown person. You might be a little lighter brown, but baby, you still Spanish to them. Indian people, look how they treating J.D. Vance's wife. Look how they treated Nikki Haley. Come on. Muslim people, look what they doing. African people, and let me tell you, I know them African people are, let me tell you something. This shooter in Austin is from Senegal, and I know them West Africans are just, yeah. So you all know there was a shooter in Austin. Unfortunately, 2 people are no longer with us, and 14 people are injured. This guy had an Iranian T-shirt on. He said "Property of Allah," and after the Iranian strikes, he went out on 6th Street, which is a very popular street in Austin, and pretty much started firing away. And so this is why I feel like there may be some sleeper cells, and you really never know. And this is why you need to be vigilant and always know your surroundings. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, everybody who's Spanish is not. It's just like black people. Everybody thinks that we good at cooking and all of that, which we are. But black people are more than maids. They're more than um, blue collar workers. We have black people who are executives, and so again, we can't stereotype people. But when we stereotype people, it makes us feel better. And I don't have anything against my Hispanic brothers, my Asian brothers. You all do know that India and Bangladesh is part of Asia. I mean, it is. Um, but you got to realize that people have a superiority complex. And, we were talking about why African countries and countries were taken over by Europe, the Incas and the Aztecs. First of all, when you're hunter gatherers, you don't sit still and you don't farm. You don't have time to settle and then have people. So that's one reason. Also, people don't understand that Europeans at that time, they lived with their animals. They had a lot of diseases transferred from animals to humans. So when the Spaniards came to what is known as South America, smallpox decimated the Incas. Germs killed them. Same with the Indians, the indigenous people in America, because Europeans brought diseases that their immune systems never dealt with. And also, too, when you're not hunter-gatherer societies, you have time to invent weaponry and all of that stuff. But let's not get it twisted. Africans taught the Greeks. Asians had a strong society, but they closed themselves off. And when you're not doing trade with other people, see, people don't understand. You do trade, you learn new things. This is why when you enclose yourself in, you don't learn anything new. Now, I look at it like with the beef sector. Yeah, we learned some stuff. It wasn't the greatest. But when it comes to cultural things, you got to trade with other people. You got to know what's going on, all of that stuff. So this is what hurt a lot of civilization. And when you have guns and that technology, because you're staying still, you're growing your food, you're not a hunter gatherer. And intelligence is not based on a test. So if you have somebody from Papua New Guinea, they would fail a westernized test like that. But if you dump somebody from Harvard into Papua New Guinea, they would fail their intelligence test. You can't tell me that these people are not intelligent. They know when to farm. They know how to track animals. They know which plants are good, which plants are bad. We try to make these indigenous people ignorant, but these indigenous people are not ignorant. They just have knowledge of what they know. They know what plants heal. They know what plants are poisonous. They know what to do. They are at one with their environment. So you can't be ignorant. You can't be unintelligent and not know these things. People who are low wealth in their sphere know things. They know where the resources are. They know da 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 da. That's why when wealthy people get broke, that's why they don't live long. Black people are not ignorant. We know how to survive. You can't tell me that we can take fat meat and survive. And now it's the rage all over us. But you can't tell me that. Our people didn't know how to read, but we knew how to preserve. We knew how to salt. We knew how to keep things to keep us alive. So again, I'm just saying all of these things because we are human beings. And I try to see the good in every culture. It gets bad when you think you're superior than other people. And when you realize that we are all made in God's image, yeah. Now, you should be proud of your heritage. Everybody should be proud of their heritage. But not to the point where you think that your heritage is superior and everybody else is inferior. Oh, I know. I'm still looking. I am still looking. Now, I do not want the glasses that has a display on it, but I am going to get the camera. I am going to get the phone. I'm going to do all of that stuff. So, yeah, I'm still going to get them glasses. Yeah, I mean, we all bring something. The Koreans don't want to admit it, but Korean barbecue is because black servicemen went over there and taught them how to barbecue. And now they act like, well, not they, but the society act like, oh, it's Korean barbecue. Baby, that's always been, yeah. But it shows you how different cultures confuse things and make something good. We can all add our little whatever, our little mix to it and make it better. Now the rage is, so I went to, I think it's a Daisy-O store. It's a Japanese store. Baby, people up there paying all that money for that Japanese potato chips just because they got Japanese. Let me tell you something. Americans so crazy. All you got to do is slap Japanese writing on it, and we'll pay $2 extra for it. People act like they ain't never seen. Maybe they act like they was in Tokyo. We was in that store and they act like they was in Tokyo. It was packed in that store. So this store has all of these Japanese products and it's built like a Japanese store. And baby, it's the rage. Everybody is there. So they have like shrimp flavored potato chips and they have things that you're not going to find at a HEB or a Kroger. So it's Japanese, but it's expensive. It's expensive. And people was buying the Korean face products, and a lot of Korean people don't even wear the stuff. Again, it's perfect marketing. Half of the Korean people don't even wear the stuff that Americans are buying. Talking about some of this Korean facial stuff. Girl, most of them Korean people don't even wear that stuff, but they know it to sell. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I went into the store, and don't get me wrong, it's variety. It's variety, but the prices are like, damn. What's up, Darcy? Why we congratulating Darcy? What's going on, Darcy? So y'all, what else is going on? So I know we got the uppity saga with Lady Nika. Um, Nerdy said that Lady Nika is really mad at King Roman, but she is taking out her frustration on uppity Negro Goddess. Um, Uppity and this Heat was fighting. We saw Talent trying to stir up some mess with them. We saw Brian being messy in the chat. We saw that. Yeah, it's a lot going on. They say a lot of people leaving. I don't know, y'all. I don't look now. Again, Ness may have a new job, or she may have gotten a promotion. She was an executive, and maybe the job is called. I mean, things like that happen. Congratulations, Darcy, on the new addition to the family. Look, I heard Lady Nika going in, and Lady Nika said a lot of stuff. Uppity said some things too. It was just interesting to me. And at the end of the day, people gonna run their channel like they want to run their channel. Let people run their channel like they want to run the channel. I mean, they had a problem with me in my competition. I was up front. I'm taking half. Now, did I have to share that half? I sure did. I sure did. But was it lucrative? It was. It was lucrative for the winner. It was lucrative for the people who participated. Yes, it was. But that's how I felt because I'm here for my money. Uh, no apologies. Don't care who like it or not. It is what it is. Well, I think that's what Binary was saying. I think Binary was saying that, but I think that Lady Nika was like, look, I done gave you too many chances, and I saw you over there cutting up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get you straight. And I heard that Uppity was doing tours. She was at YouTube Cameras and some other people, and Lady Nika just got tired. Now, as far as King Roman, I mean, if the man is leaving, the man is leaving. I mean, it is what it is, and you know, some people just don't really care. Uppity keep on saying she's an easy target. Well, why are you an easy target, Uppity? Ask yourself that question. I, yeah, it's just interesting, and I'm just observing. So again, Uppity was saying that she got drugged and all of this. So I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. Keep it on YouTube. Now now I do know that somebody tried to pawn bomb Lady Nika, and now again, unless the person takes responsibility, you don't know who did it. So that gets to be a little tough. You can have ideas who did it, but yeah, it gets a little tough with that. Uppity was discussing Nika on KRN, correct? Um, from what I hear, Uppity was talking about people begging. Now, according to Binary, King Roman News was already talking about Lady Nika. He was already coming for Lady Nika. So, yeah. Now, some people are saying Lady Nika was talking about both of them. Some people just said Uppity Negro, goddess. Uppity said that she wasn't really talking about anybody. She was really talking about pizza, but she said they. But I think what got Nika mad was they said Uppity was acting a little coy, like she was gaslighting, and Nika wasn't trying to hear that, and Nika just went in. Yeah, yeah. So it is what it is. A lot of content creators are gonna be leaving because they got bigger and better things to do, and a lot of us are not gonna have time to really be coming on YouTube. And a lot of people are not going to take the risk because it's a lot of unhinged, unstable people over here. And people are like, we can go and start another channel talking about leadership or so on and so forth. And we can do that. Something that's really going to uplift people. And we can move on. And a lot of people are going to do that. Well, let me say this, y'all. If she's job hunting, I can applaud that. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people who would just go on public assistance and try to live off the government. And I applaud her for looking for a job because she could really apply for disability. She could really get disability, but no, she said, no, I'm not getting disability. No, I'm not trying to get SNAP. Okay? My legs ain't going to hold me back. I'm going to go get a job. And I can applaud her for that. Okay, because you got people with less issues in trying to get public assistance and get Section 8 vouchers. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. It is what it is. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. So I ain't mad at that lady. Don't be mad at Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is a regular man, and he's doing the best he can. Let me see what y'all saying. Ugly T say she not getting no job. She don't care. Okay. As I think Moose has extreme physical limitations. Okay. Y'all stop. That lady can get a job. She's very articulate. She can get a job. Just trying to figure it out. It's not because of that. Um, you just get tired. You just get tired of the same old. And not only that, but these people are not driven to success. When you have people who are not secure in themselves and people who are bitter and angry, then that hurt flows over and they try to hurt other people. And like I said, King Roman has gone through somebody to call his job. And again, when you got something good going on, you're not going to let people take it away. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Now, to me, this is a show. This ain't no different than Wanda Sykes or Mike Epps or Underwood, Cheryl Underwood getting on there. Because once I'm done with the show, I'm done. I don't even go back and look at the comments. I'm done. I just put my commercials in, and the only reason why I will go in to make sure that I'm still getting money, because sometimes you try to flag your stuff, and you gotta let people do a manual review and all of that stuff. But that's it. That's how I really look at it. But a lot of people don't look at it like that. A lot of people don't look at it. A lot of people think that, oh, this is Jay Wilson for real, and da 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 da, and they don't know that. Like I said, this is a show. And when this is over with, there's some real life stuff. There's some real serious things that I do. But I don't think I need to share it on here, because sharing it on here, even though it could help people, but it would hurt. Because again, these people, yeah, they got problems. Yeah, see, you won't even come on, because even though I think that you would be excellent just trying to figure it out, but you got that beautiful home. You have worked hard for your stuff. And like I said, and like that's why I laugh at these people talking about something they beef sector. Baby, you ain't gone through what most of these people in the beef sector have gone through. Until somebody call your job, until somebody try to get you fired, until you're not real beef sector. And I'm not, and it's sad that I don't think people should have to go through that. But we have gone through that. We've gone through that. This is why I don't give people access to me. When people have done you dirty, leave them the hell alone and keep on moving. And this is why a lot of people have not come back over here. Like Mr. West, he's done. Again, you have done this too many times. And you don't be talking about something, I'm educated. No, you're ignorant and you're a troll. So you're done. You can never come back over here. And if I find or if I hear that you are impersonating somebody, I'll just immediately block you. I mean, but you can't give people access to yourself like that. You really can't. Mr. West came over here. He was trying to low T shade people and making up new names and stuff. Mr. West is again, and the sad part about it, y'all. I'm not saying that that man is gay, but I listen to that man and he sounds like he belonged at a club. He does not. He does. I thought Mr. West was one of the girls or one of the kids because I'm listening to him talking. I'm like, okay, who? Yeah, okay. But you know, he act like he exudes masculinity and it oozes all out of him. But then when I heard him, I'm like, is he a church musician or something? Is he a choir director? Cause yeah, it was giving Church of God in Christ blue suit. I mean, it was given dandy. But it is what it is. But he say he's straight, and I'm go with it. But yeah, let me tell you who he really sound like to me. Oh Lord, tambourine player. He sounds like Rodney to me. He sounds like Rodney. Let me tell you something. RNY TV. The girls tried to tell you. I don't know why these girls think they special. I don't know why these girls think that I'm different. No, no, boo, you ain't different. You ain't different. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. I hope that this is not the truth, RNY, with you and Envy. But again, I didn't go to your channel because I saw it for you, but I didn't see it for Envy. Now I'm gonna tell you something, RNY. Oh, this is okay. You threw people away. You threw people away because of him. You threw people away. I ain't never did nothing to you. Now, when y'all say y'all was having that party, I only said what the folk was saying. And then the next thing you know, baby, that's your boo. Okay, that's your boo. Y'all done got the closer I get to you. Okay, over and over again. Okay, you was giving you know, the closer I get to you. And so it was like, girl, they said that she was not putting me in a good light. I'm like, okay, you know, because I don't care. You keep on moving. Now, I hope it ain't true that Envy is getting ready to kick you to the curb. But I wouldn't be surprised because we already knew this. We already knew this. I'm telling you, those guys' job is to love bomb y'all and then kick y'all to the side. And we've seen it over and over again. And you brought that man credibility. Now, he's doing that, don't you want me, baby? He's doing that to you. And them men, let me say this, RNY TV, they stick together to make women look stupid. They stick together to make women look stupid. And it ain't a straight man against a gay man thing. No, it's just what we have observed. See, you can fight with me and we'll be cool tomorrow. You can fight with me. But see, when you done gave up your stuff, when you done gave up your body, it hits different. It hits different. And I hope that you got as much as on him as he got on you. Because, baby, these men be kissing and telling. They be telling people how your stuff be looking and how your stuff be smelling. And I hope this is not the case with you. And I'm being real. I like RNY TV. I really like Rennie TV. But Rennie TV threw people away. And you don't ever let your love interest separate you from your family. If you get a man who don't want you to be near your family, something is wrong. He's trying to separate you. And I think that that's exactly what he did for you in the B sector. But I'm going to leave that right there. I hope it ain't true, though. I hope it's not true. Because, baby, I'll stay in the B sector for a little bit for this. Because people done told us. Pastor ZX also said that he has photos of Rennie TV before she has that weight loss surgery and she makes him mad. ZX will publish. How do they say envy isn't attractive? She kind of shaded you a couple of times. Oh, she shaded me more than a couple of times. She shaded me more than a couple of times, but that's okay. I look, because I knew what was going to happen. ZX is usually on spot with these things. He said Envy used RY for content, but she fell in love. They said Envy ain't attracted to like that. They said he's after her. What is MIA? They said he's after her MIA. What is MIA? What is MIA, somebody? I know it's missing in action, but no, I don't go over and check that man out. I don't go over there. I don't go over there. So if you don't tell me, then I won't. I don't go over there. I don't frequent what's that man's name? ZX. I don't go over there. Oh, you talking about Mia? Girl, I thought you said missing in action. Oh yeah, they gonna.
I'm telling you, the relationships here are very transactional. They're very transactional. They're not genuine. They're not. They're very transactional. What can I get from you? Hey, Libra. Well, I don't know if that's true, but we will find out. We will find out. Um, we will find out, baby. I don't know if that's true or not. I hope that that's not the case because if it is, it's gonna be ugly. If that's the case, it's gonna be ugly. And you all know that these men don't play fair. They play very dirty. And these straight men worse than the gay men. Because again, ain't no gay man gonna have a naked picture of you unless it's an exception. But see, y'all need to learn. Y'all need to learn your lessons. I told y'all I ain't no friends on YouTube, and if you in these relationships, just these relationships about business. It's about he was looking at Rennie TV as a business partner, not as a lover. And if he did get that, that was an extra perk. I hope that's not the case. Uh, and let me tell you how he gonna do it. And let me get in my office. I'm gonna tell you how he gonna do it. Cause he get ready to do something. I'm gonna tell you what he gonna do. Hold on. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me tell you what he gonna do. So RYTV is known as the church girl. She's a singer, and I truly believe she loves God. You know what I'm saying? I believe the Lord, the lady loves Jesus, and you can love Jesus and make mistakes, stuff. But he is going to do his best to paint her out as a fallen woman, and he's gonna be bringing that church stuff in. And watch, I just know it. I just know it because everybody knew her as a singer, church, love Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew her as that. And I'm not saying she's not. I'm not saying that she's not that. Because, like I said, I don't question nobody's salvation because that's personal. That's between you and God. So I never question anybody's salvation. I'm just telling you how he's going to play this because his whole thing is going to be she plays this role like she's a good church girl, but, and then we're going to see some things. Now, I don't know if they broke up or not. I don't know if they broke up or not. People are saying that ZX is saying this. And, you know, yeah, but I'm not sure. I hope it's not the case because I know what's going to happen if it is. So hopefully that's not the situation. Because believe it or not, I don't want any mess. You know what I'm saying? But even though that's my hope, I think it's going to end up really badly. And I knew this was going to happen. I told y'all what Envy did to MU when she was, I guess, going through something and he taped that lady and put it out. Oh, that again, we forget about that stuff. We forget about that stuff. That man don't care about these women. He just cares about the clicks and views and getting ahead. I'm reading. Hold on, y'all. I'm listening to y'all. I'm reading. Hold on, y'all. I'm typing like a madman. Give me a minute. Okay, y'all, let me see what y'all saying. Ooh, y'all saying a lot. People don't like ZX, but he be predicting stuff almost spot on. Okay, he didn't. Oh my. I had that live from last night. Envy only used RNY to grow his channel. Now he feels he made it and looking to upgrade. Grade with a woman he really wants, Mia. But Mia be used too. She'll be used too. Or what will happen is Mia will use Envy and wind up turning on him. Y'all know how this goes. You see, you give it until August. By August, they will be exposing one another. Mm, mm. All right, y'all. You could tell by the picture they took, she's definitely more into him than he's into her. He looked more happy and exciting when Mia understood visit him in back in 2020. But don't people get it? I mean, all of these women want to visit these men. Why aren't these men visiting these women? See what I'm saying? That's the whole another thing too. Why aren't these women? Why aren't these men visiting these women? Why are the women always visiting? Again, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But it's that kind of stuff that you be like, but it is what it is. You know, y'all taking planes to go visit these men, and then yeah. Bertha May, I don't even know if he took that ring. I ain't trying to call nobody a liar, but that was a different time. I don't even know. Because my thing is, if you put insurance on that ring, because let me tell you something, if I had a ring and I know where I left it, it would be on. It would be on like Donkey Kong. Don't be playing with me. So I don't know if she got the money or not. I don't know. I don't know. It was some crazy work. Fridge now, it may. It may. It may. We really don't know. It may turn out like that. It really may. So we'll see. We will see. Well, look, y'all, I gotta go. I got a meeting in 5 minutes. What's up, Mitchy Black? But we will see. I'm gonna say this so y'all can tell RNY TV this because I know somebody gonna run back and tell us something. I hope that this situation with her and Envy is just a rumor and not true. But if it's true, she need to prepare herself and she need to have a strategy. I knew that it may end like this, but you can't tell people. We've seen it. It's like textbook relationship YouTube. I like Rennie TV. I think she's smart, but I just hope she has her ducks in a row because these men are diabolical. And, you know, I don't know, but I know how he's going to frame this. He's going to frame her as a church girl gone wild, or he's going to frame her as she was never what y'all thought she was, and she a freak. I mean, I can see that, and I'm not saying that she is that. I'm just saying how he's going to he's going to frame this, and so yeah, she used to be in here all the time. But again, people leave here because they think that Jay Wilson is this, but no, Jay Wilson, let me say this, y'all. I come on here to do a show. I'm not trying to be close to people. I'm not trying to be XYZ. Our turning point came when she was starting to hang out with Envy, and they was having that party, and everybody was saying that it was supposed to be an adult party. That's what was being put out there. And she got a little upset with me because of that. But what got me was, that when she went full throttle over there with him, and I'm like, I hope this ends well. But, and I didn't go over there. I liked Rennie TV. I wasn't sold on Envy. And the reason why I wasn't sold on Envy was what he did to MU. And even though it could have been true, it was just like, did you just do that to her? And again, it just said to me, you ain't no different than the rest of these men, and y'all up here putting notches in y'all belt because of these women. Yeah, well, he is a troll, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I hope that's not the case. Yeah, but she used to be over here all the time. And when I went to Virginia, I was going to try to see her, but it wasn't in the cards. And but I don't have a problem with Rennie TV. I still like her. I just think that sometimes, though, you throw away the people who tried and true for something that is fleeting in that moment. So it is what it is. Look, y'all, I gotta go. Frigidaire, I don't watch him. I don't watch ZX. So I'm sorry. I got what I needed, and I'm sure more things will come out, but I don't watch. I don't go over there and watch him. I don't give him access to me, and I don't go try to access him. All right, y'all. Y'all take it out. Y'all take care. Bye.